Welcome to Katsura Yoga Postnatal and this short yoga class to ease back into your yoga practice. This class is suitable for after you've had your 6 to 8 week postnatal check. If you gave birth vaginally, you may enjoy this class sooner as long as any tearing or damage to the perineum is healed and any postpartum bleeding has stopped. Enjoy the class. You can hold your new baby throughout this whole class. Come into a comfortable cross-legged position. Hold your baby in one arm and use the other arm to support you as you lower yourself down via your side onto the mat. Keeping hold of your baby, roll over onto your back. Your baby can lay on your chest if they are happy to. Shuffle your shoulders down your back and away from your ears. And just observe how you're feeling here. Observe the warm connection between you and your baby. Feel grounded, feel connected with the earth. And observe the sensation of your breath, flowing in and flowing out. One at a time, bring both knees in towards your tummy. Make sure you keep supporting your baby, but you can bring one or both hands maybe onto your knees. Rocking side to side, feeling this massage the lower back. One at a time, bring your feet down to the earth. And again, make sure shoulders are really down away from your ears. Lots of space between ears and shoulders. Bring your right arm down with the palm facing up. You can keep your left hand supporting your baby. Inhale, and as you exhale, turn your head to the left. Just let it roll. Inhale, roll the head to center, and exhale, roll your head over to the right, and inhale back to center. Continue with your breath, helping to release tension away from the neck and the top of the back. Swap over arms, so the left arm comes down by the side, palm up, and the right hand supports your baby as you keep rolling your head side to side. Do make sure that the arm down by your side is indeed palm up, as this helps to keep the shoulder area more open. Observe where you feel the stretch and keep your face and jaw very relaxed. Bringing both hands back to your baby to support them. And one at a time, bring your knees in towards your belly. Keep one hand on your baby to support them. You don't need both hands on the knees. And just have a little circle around with the knees. Return your feet to the floor, keeping them parallel, heel behind the widest part of the foot. On your exhalation, press your lower back into the mat. This will tip the pelvis backwards. Inhale as you bring the pelvis back to neutral, so how it was before. So exhale, press the lower back into the mat and also ground your heels down. So there's no movement of the feet, but you're pressing through the heels. Inhale, bring the pelvis back to neutral. Continue with the breath. As you press the heels down, you may feel a slight engagement of the lower abdominal muscles or maybe a lift of the pelvic floor. We can add to this on the inhalation by arching the back off the mat. So you're exhaling, tipping the pelvis backwards, pressing the lower back into the mat. Inhaling, tipping the pelvis forward, arching the lower back off the mat. Continue with the breath. As you exhale and tip your pelvis backwards, pressing into your heels, you may even feel a little bit of a lift of the tailbone. Really focus on the sensations of core engagement that will happen both automatically but also consciously. So as you tip the pelvis backwards and ground the heels in, you might consciously draw the tummy in, consciously lift the pelvic floor and feel strength all around that area. So we're exhaling and tipping the pelvis backwards, maybe feeling a little lift of the tailbone. Extend upon this by inhaling, rolling the hips up, and exhaling, rolling the hips down. Inhale the pelvis forward, tipping it forward. So then exhaling, tipping the pelvis backwards. Inhale, rolling the hips up. So think of articulating the spine slowly off the mat. And exhaling, rolling back down. I'm not lifting very high here. We're keeping it small. If you feel like the forward tilt, where you're arching your back off the mat, is maybe causing a bit of tightness or tension in the lower back, then we can replace that with just coming to neutral. So you're exhaling, rolling down, and inhaling a neutral lower back. The weight feels flat and evenly spread over the sacrum, and the lower back only curves away from the mat in its natural curve towards the front of the body. So keep going for a few more rounds of breath, these moving bridges. We're just slowly building up mobility in the lower back and gently working the core, very gently. So now coming back to a gentle forward and backward rocking of the pelvis. Just exhaling backwards, inhaling forwards. Imagine that you have a clock face on the front of your pelvis with the 6 at the pubic bone and the 12 at the belly button. Inhale as you tip your pelvis forward to roll a marble to the 6. And exhale as you roll that imaginary marble to the 3 and to the 12, to the 9 and back to the 6 again. So we're circling the pelvis. Imagine rolling that marble round the clock face, and as you do, be aware of all the muscles that you feel working. This will be engaging the pelvic floor in different areas. And you might find that some parts of the circle are a little bit sticky or less smooth than others. So just keep circling around, rolling that marble from 6 to 3 to 12 to 9, back to 6, all at your own pace. Making this the last round in this direction, and then changing the direction that you're rolling the marble in. So we're going now from 6 to 9 to 12 to 3 and back to 6 again. Keep your face and jaw relaxed. Making this the last circle here, and come back to a forward and backward rocking of the pelvis, making each rock smaller each time until you feel the pelvis is neutral, the weight flat and evenly spread over the sacrum. Bringing your right knee in towards your tummy. Keep supporting your baby with one hand as you hug your knee in with the other. Flex your right foot and extend your left leg out along the mat, flexing the left foot as well. Relax your belly. Breathe deeply into your belly. Check in with your face and jaw, lips, teeth and tongue, that they are all relaxed. That your shoulders are relaxed. Keeping the left hand on the left hip to steady it. Circle your right knee. Just using your hand to guide the knee, so it's a very easy, gentle movement. We're just gently stretching out the hip. Circle the other way. Inhaling as you open the knee away from the midline of the body, and exhaling as you bring the knee back across. Melting away tension from the hips. Bend your left knee, keep your left foot on the mat, but keep the left foot flexed. Making this the last circle with your right hip, and straighten your right leg up towards the ceiling. Point and flex your ankle a few times. Don't worry if you haven't got this right leg completely straight. As you push your heel away towards the ceiling, you'll feel a lovely stretch up the back of the leg, a really nice hamstring stretch. You might want to hold that for a few breaths, keeping the foot flexed. You might want to just keep moving the ankle. Just see what feels good in your body. Keep thinking of grounding down through the back of the right side of the pelvis as you push up through the heel. Make sure you breathe. If you've got a hand free, give the back of your right leg a massage. Hug your knees in, both of them rocking side to side. Support your baby if you need to. And then hugging your left knee in, flexing the left foot and straighten the right leg out along the mat. Relax your belly and breathe deeply into it, feeling the belly get a massage against the thigh. This is really great for blood supply to abdominal organs. When you're ready, bringing the right hand to the right hip to steady it and circle the left knee. Do support your baby if you need to, so you might keep your right hand on your baby, the left hand just guiding the knee, and it's sort of a 50-50 effort between the hand guiding the knee and the muscles of the hip and core working to circle from the hip. So you're circling the knee from the hip, and we'll circle the other way. Inhaling as the knee circles away, expansion, and exhaling as the knee circles back in towards the midline of the body and across it. So last round here, keeping that left knee hugged in, bend the right leg, flex the right foot and straighten the left leg up towards the sky. Flexing the left foot, pressing out through the heel and grounding the back of the left side of the pelvis into the earth. You might stay in stillness enjoying that beautiful hamstring stretch, or you might point and flex your ankle a few times, noticing how this changes the stretches that you feel in the leg, up the back of the leg, in the top of the foot. Any other areas that you might feel the stretch. We've all got different areas of tightness in our bodies. This is great for mobility and strength in the ankle as well. Also good for relieving swollen ankles and feet, which you might get postnatally. Make sure your face and jaw stay relaxed, and you might have hands on the back of the thigh or maybe supporting your baby. You might even give the back of your thigh a massage if you've got any hands free. Massaging that tight hamstring muscle. giving it some really nice stimulation, increasing blood supply. Bringing your left knee back in and your right knee in, hugging them in, and placing your feet down to the earth. Lift your bottom and shift it over to the left. Do support your baby here as you're moving. Make sure you keep hands on the baby. Let your knees fall to the right. You might like to place a cushion under your knees if they don't easily come to the floor. Bring your left arm out to shoulder height. And again, you might like a cushion under your left shoulder if it doesn't easily reach the floor. You can keep looking straight up to the ceiling, or perhaps gently lift your head, turn your head to the left, the opposite direction of the knees, and gently place it back down, relaxing everything. If you require a deeper stretch in the top hip and lower back, you can straighten out your top leg. This feels so good after pregnancy because we can't do these kinds of deep twists in pregnancy, and this gives you such a beautiful stretch in the lower back and the chest. So the chest muscles get tight when we're picking up a baby, maybe breastfeeding or kind of hunching over, taking care of the baby. So it's a really good remedy. Bring everything back to center, keep hold of your baby, draw your knees in towards your tummy and gently rock side to side. So we're going to do the other side, so placing your feet gently down. Lift your bottom, shift it to the right, place it back down. Let your knees fall to the left and remember to use a cushion under the knees if you need to. If the stretch is very intense or your knees aren't easily touching the floor, you can also place that cushion in between the knees. Breathe deeply here, relaxing everything, enjoying that beautiful stretch for your lower back. You may like to bring your right arm out to shoulder height. Do keep hold of your baby with your left hand. And maybe gently turn your head to the right. It's nice to softly lift the head, then turn it, because it just keeps your spine wonderfully aligned. That twist rotating up the spine through a central axis like a spiral staircase. So the spine stays nice and centered with a twist all around it. This is really good for your abdominal organs. It brings lots of blood supply to the organs of the belly and the pelvis. So an excellent pose postnatally. Very relaxing as well. So do think of relaxing every muscle in your body as you breathe here. Face and jaw relaxed. Enjoy the connection of your baby on your chest, their warmth and their weight. Listen to their breathing and any sounds they might be making. This mindfulness is very calming for your mind. It's a meditation technique which improves mental health and clarity of thought, helps to relieve anxiety. If you would like a more intense stretch, you can straighten out your top leg. Keep taking some lovely, deep, relaxing breaths here. When you're ready, bring everything back to center, realigning yourself down the midline of the mat. Bring your knees in towards your tummy. Keep hold of your baby to support them and also to keep the hands off the knees so that your core is doing the work as you rock side to side and circle the knees. Feel your lower abdominal muscles working as you circle, and also feel a nice massage for your sacroiliac area where the spine meets the pelvis. Just let your breath flow, or maybe exhaling as the knees circle in and inhaling as they circle away. Change directions when you're ready. Making this a nice freestyle movement, gently working the lower abdominal muscles. toning the pelvic floor and bringing lots of blood supply to the lower abdominal area and pelvic floor. Keep face and jaw relaxed, relaxing lips, teeth and tongue. And relaxed and breathing. Return your feet to the floor, and you might keep your knees bent, feet flat on the mat, knees gently knocking together. Or maybe extend your legs out. Be aware of how you feel, observing your baby resting on your chest, their warmth and their weight, and the connection between your bodies. Notice their breathing. Notice your breathing. The natural path of your breath, the natural rhythm of your breath. Feel the earth supporting you. Feel your whole body is relaxed. Relaxing your whole body. Feel free to stay here for as long as you wish. When you're ready, stretch one arm up over your head, supporting your baby with the other. You might like to switch arms, supporting your baby with the other arm and stretching one arm up overhead. Keeping hold of your baby, roll onto your side, and with the lower arm, use the strength of that arm to push yourself up to sitting. Come into a comfortable cross-legged seat, holding your baby close, relaxing your shoulders down away from your ears. And thank you for joining me. Namaste.